Hey everybody, I wanted to talk to you about a book that had a profound influence on me as I started my project management career, and then again when I started to build Epic as a business. And that book is by a company called 37 Signals. It's actually an ebook. It's freely available to download, highly recommended. It's called Getting Real. And what that book sort of talks about is that many of us, when we're starting to build something, when we have a vision and we want to implement something, what we typically do is we go and build a solution for our end state. And that means that we're quite often over-engineering, creating problems for ourselves that don't actually exist yet. It's better to iterate your build. And one of the things that it talked about, for example, in the book, is that many of us go about creating a solution for, say, if you had a product that's going to ship to 1 million people and that's your vision, that's great, but that means we'll probably go about architecting that product for 1 million people. Instead, architect the product for one person, for the first customer, make the first customer satisfied, get a quick win on the board, then worry about, say, 20 customers or 100 customers before you go and build architecture for 1 million customers. Now, obviously, this isn't a one-size-fits-all, but the idea is that we too often over-engineer our challenges, and we too often look at the end state and try to build for that end state when we're probably never going to get to that end state. It'll be something else. Now, I hope that you do get to the end state, but don't go and invest a whole heap of money on something that may not materialize. Instead, start looking at your challenges for what they are today, and don't overblow your challenges. Don't make them into something that they're not. A friend of mine once recently said, when you're looking at all of your challenges, the analogy he used was it's like wading through the surf. Sometimes something will brush your leg. And the question is it seaweed or is it a shark? More often than not, we think it's a shark, but the reality is it's probably just seaweed. So when you're running into things, don't over-engineer the problem. Don't over-engineer the solution. Don't believe the problem's bigger than it is. Focus on the now and what you need to do. So the book is called Getting Real by 37 Signals. It's free to download. Go look for it. It's fantastic.